In life, we all encounter moments when the presence of specific individuals stirs an inexplicable discomfort within us. On the surface, everything seems fine, yet beneath the facade, there's a lingering sense that something isn't quite right. This unease often stems from an emotion as ancient as humanity, jealousy. It's a subtle feeling, easily concealed, yet powerful enough to fracture relationships, erode trust, and sow discord among even the closest of friends. But how can we recognize the quiet signs of jealousy? More importantly, how can we respond to it with wisdom and serenity rather than anger or frustration? In this video, we will explore 10 unmistakable signs that someone might be secretly jealous of you. But this isn't just about identifying jealousy. We'll also delve into how Stoic philosophy offers a roadmap for confronting this emotion with calmness and understanding. When you accept that you cannot control how others feel, you unlock the key to shielding your soul from negativity and living a peaceful, free life. Join me on this insightful journey as we uncover the signs of jealousy and the tools to maintain your inner peace in every situation. If you're ready to turn life's challenges into opportunities for growth and self-improvement, hit the subscribe button and be part of a community dedicated to living with clarity, strength, and virtue. Together, we'll transform these moments of discomfort into steps towards a more fulfilling and harmonious life. Sign 1. They take pleasure in your failures. There are few things more revealing of hidden jealousy than when someone seems genuinely pleased by your setbacks. It's a subtle but telling sign. When you stumble, they're there, not with support, but with a quiet satisfaction that speaks volumes. This reaction is more than just an indication of jealousy. It's a window into a more profound insecurity they may be trying to mask. Jealousy can twist a person's perspective, leading them to equate your misfortune with their gain. This behavior reflects a fundamental misunderstanding of happiness and success in the Stoic view. A person who rejoices in your failures is blind to the truth that their joy comes at the cost of their tranquility. They fail to see that deriving happiness from others' struggles only leads to their suffering. Think about the story of Jesus Christ, who faced betrayal from those closest to him despite his acts of love and salvation. Even in the face of such betrayal, Jesus responded not with anger, but with forgiveness and compassion. This is a powerful example of inner strength, one that Stoic philosophy continually advocates. You may encounter a colleague who seems oddly pleased when you make a mistake, or a friend who can't hide their smile when you hit a rough patch. Instead of letting their reaction get under your skin, use the principles of Stoicism to view the situation with clarity. Understand that their reaction reflects their inner turmoil, not their worth. Stay focused on maintaining calm and nurturing your spirit like a clear stream undisturbed by the stones thrown into it. Your peace and success don't depend on the approval or disapproval of others, but on your steady resolve. Sign 2. They scrutinize your work excessively. When someone is secretly jealous of you, one telltale sign is their tendency to scrutinize your work with an unwarranted intensity. Instead of offering constructive feedback, they focus on finding faults, often in an attempt to diminish your accomplishments. This behavior stems not from a genuine desire to help, but from a more profound insecurity that drives them to undermine your success. Jealousy can make people hypercritical, nitpicking at every detail to highlight potential flaws. This scrutiny does not reflect your work's quality, but rather their inner turmoil. They might feel threatened by your achievements, and by pointing out your perceived shortcomings, they attempt to elevate themselves in comparison. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus teaches us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When faced with excessive criticism, instead of feeling discouraged, use it as an opportunity to practice resilience. Understand that their behavior reveals more about their insecurities than it does about your work. Imagine a colleague constantly pointing out minor errors in your projects, or a friend who always has a critical remark about your latest success. It's easy to take these comments personally, but Stoicism offers a different perspective. View these critiques not as attacks, but as chances to strengthen your resolve and confidence. You can rise above their jealousy by focusing on your growth and maintaining your inner peace. Let their scrutiny pass through you like a breeze through the trees, affecting nothing and leaving you as grounded and steady as ever. Their criticism does not diminish your worth. Instead, it's enhanced by your ability to stay calm and focused. Sign 3. They shift the spotlight to themselves when you share good news. A clear sign of jealousy is when someone can't allow you to bask in your moment of success without trying to shift the attention back to themselves. When you share something positive, they quickly pivot the conversation to their own achievements instead of congratulating you. This behavior isn't just about self-centeredness. It's often driven by a more profound insecurity that makes it hard for them to celebrate your victories. When someone responds to your success by talking about their accomplishments, it's a way of asserting their worth when they feel threatened. They may perceive your success as overshadowing their own, and their response is to reassert their importance. This reaction isn't a reflection of your success, but of their need to validate themselves in the face of it. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true strength doesn't come from the approval of others, but from a secure sense of self. As Epictetus once said, a powerful person does not need the approval of others any more than a lion needs the approval of sheep. When others try to steal your spotlight, it's not about you. It's about their struggle to maintain their sense of worth. Consider the scenario where you share the news of a significant achievement at work and a friend or colleague immediately counters with a story about their success. It can feel deflating, as if your moment has been stolen. But instead of feeling slighted, use this as an opportunity to practice humility and compassion. Recognize that their need to boast reflects their insecurities, not a lack of respect for their achievements. Stay focused on your journey and continue sharing your successes without expecting or needing validation from others. Your confidence and self-worth should come from within, not from how others react to your achievements. You maintain control over your happiness and sense of fulfillment by keeping your peace and not allowing their reactions to affect you. Sign 4. They feel uncomfortable when you receive compliments. Have you ever noticed someone growing visibly uneasy when you're praised? It's a subtle sign, but one that can reveal deep-seated jealousy. When compliments are directed at you, and instead of sharing in your joy, they withdraw or even seem annoyed, it's likely because your success has triggered their insecurities. Jealousy often manifests in discomfort when others receive positive recognition. Instead of celebrating your achievements, they may feel threatened, as if your success somehow diminishes their worth. This reaction reflects not just how they think of you, but also a mirror of their internal struggles. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, reminds us that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When someone resents the praise you receive, it highlights the negativity in their thinking, toward you, yes, but more importantly, toward themselves. They fail to recognize that another's success does not detract from their own. Instead, it is an opportunity to uplift and be inspired. Imagine a colleague who always seems distant whenever you're recognized for your hard work, or a friend who grows quiet when others compliment you. These reactions can be hurtful if you allow them to be. But by applying Stoic principles, you can maintain your peace of mind. Remember, you cannot control how others react, only how you respond. Their discomfort is theirs to manage, not yours to internalize. Instead of letting their jealousy affect you, focus on maintaining your inner tranquility. Keep your thoughts virtuous and your spirit calm, understanding that their reaction reflects their struggles, not a measure of your value. Continue to accept praise graciously, knowing that true happiness and self-worth come from within, not from the approval or disapproval of others. Sign 5. They offer insincere compliments. One of the subtler signs of jealousy is when someone gives you a compliment that feels forced or insincere. On the surface, they might say something nice, but underneath, there's an undercurrent of resentment or discomfort. This praise often carries hidden doubts or passive-aggressive undertones, revealing more about their jealousy than their genuine appreciation for your achievements. When someone is jealous, they may struggle to give you genuine praise. Instead, their compliments might come across as half-hearted or even laced with a hint of sarcasm. This behavior stems from their difficulty in acknowledging your success without feeling threatened. They may not want to admit their jealousy, so they mask it with false flattery, hoping to downplay your accomplishments while still appearing supportive. In the teachings of Stoicism, we are reminded to focus on our values and virtues rather than seeking validation from others. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Never esteem anything as an advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect." When you receive a compliment that feels insincere, don't let it shake your confidence or distract you from your goals. Recognize it for what it is, a reflection of their struggle, not yours. Imagine a colleague telling you, "Great job on that project. I'm surprised you pulled it off." While the words seem positive, the tone and phrasing suggest otherwise. Instead of letting this comment linger in your mind, use it to reaffirm your sense of accomplishment. Stoicism teaches us to remain steadfast in our self-worth, regardless of how others perceive us. Stay true to your path and let your actions speak for themselves. A genuine recognition of your achievements should come from within, not from the mixed messages of those grappling with their insecurities. By maintaining your inner peace and focusing on your growth, you can rise above any insincere praise and move forward confidently. Sign 6. They show indifference to your success. One more subtle but telling sign of jealousy is when someone seems indifferent to your accomplishments. Rather than offering congratulations or acknowledging your hard work, they act as though your success doesn't matter. This indifference is often a mask for the envy they feel but don't want to reveal. Jealousy can make it difficult for some people to celebrate others' achievements, especially if they feel it highlights their shortcomings. Instead of sharing in your joy, they ignore it, hoping to diminish its significance in your eyes and theirs. This behavior does not reflect your success, but rather your struggle to cope with your insecurities. Stoicism teaches us that true contentment comes from within, not from the validation of others. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When someone dismisses your achievements, it's important to remember that their reaction is not a measure of your worth. Instead, it's a sign of their internal conflict. Imagine completing a major project or reaching a significant milestone, only to be met with silence or a lackluster response from someone you thought would be supportive. While this can be disappointing, it's crucial to focus on what truly matters: your personal growth and the satisfaction of knowing you've accomplished something meaningful. Rather than letting their indifference affect you, use it as a reminder that your success doesn't need external validation. Continue to pursue your goals with the same passion and dedication, knowing that your most crucial approval is yours. By staying grounded in your values and keeping a positive mindset, you can rise above the jealousy of others and remain confident in your achievements. Sign 7. They are excessively competitive. When someone views you as a rival, even when competition isn't necessary, it's often a sign of underlying jealousy. This kind of excessive competitiveness reveals their deep need to prove themselves, not just to others but to themselves. They're not just trying to do their best. They're trying to outdo you, often at any cost. This relentless drive to compete, even when unprovoked, stems from insecurity. They see your success as a threat to their self-worth and believe that by surpassing you, they can validate their value. This mindset, however, only leads to frustration and a constant feeling of inadequacy, as their self-worth is tied to external comparisons rather than internal fulfillment. Stoic philosophy teaches that success comes from mastering oneself, not outshining others. Epictetus wisely noted, "A man can't learn what he thinks he already knows." When someone is overly competitive with you, it's a sign that they focus more on defeating others than improving themselves. Consider a scenario where a colleague constantly tries to one-up you at work, turning every project into a contest. While this behavior might spur some people into competition, it's more productive to maintain your focus on personal growth rather than engaging in unnecessary rivalry. Your value isn't determined by how you compare to others, but by how you measure up to your potential. Keep your eyes on your goals instead of getting drawn into their competitive games. By staying true to your path and refusing to be distracted by comparisons, you can maintain your inner peace and continue to achieve success on your terms. Remember, the only competition that truly matters is the one within yourself. To be better today than you were yesterday. Sign 8. They imitate you excessively. When someone begins to mimic everything you do, from your style to your work methods, it's often a sign of underlying jealousy. This kind of imitation can feel flattering at first. Still, over time, it may become apparent that their copying isn't just about admiration. It's about trying to replicate your success because they feel inadequate in their skin. People dissatisfied with themselves often seek to imitate others they perceive as more successful or confident. By copying you, they may borrow some of your qualities to fill the gaps in their self-esteem. However, this mimicry usually indicates that they haven't yet found their own identity or path, and they're struggling to measure up by living in someone else's shadow. Stoic philosophy teaches us to remain focused on our journey and not be distracted by the actions of others. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who is too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." When someone imitates you, it reflects their feelings of inadequacy, not a reflection of your worth. Instead of letting this behavior bother you, see it as a sign that you're on a path worth following. Consider a scenario where a coworker starts adopting your ideas, phrases, or even your dressing style. At first, you might feel flattered, but as the imitation becomes more blatant, it might feel like it infringes on your individuality. Rather than reacting with frustration, use this as an opportunity to deepen your creativity and authenticity. Remember, your unique qualities set you apart, and no amount of imitation can take that away from you. Stay true to yourself and continue to innovate and grow. The best response to someone trying to copy you is to keep evolving. While they're focused on what you've already done, you're already on to the next thing. In doing so, you maintain your own path and encourage them to find theirs. Sign 9. They speak negatively about you behind your back. A clear sign of jealousy is when someone spreads negative comments about you behind your back. Instead of addressing their feelings or confronting you openly, they undermine you through gossip and slander. This behavior stems from their insecurity and desire to bring you down to their level, often because they feel threatened by your success or happiness. When people talk negatively about you, it often reflects their internal struggles. They might feel inadequate or envious of what you've achieved, and by speaking ill of you, they attempt to diminish your accomplishments in the eyes of others. This kind of behavior says more about them than it does about you. Stoic philosophy teaches us that the opinions of others should not disturb our peace. As Marcus Aurelius advised, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you hear someone speaking poorly about you, resist the urge to react emotionally. Instead, focus on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and responses. Consider a situation where a colleague or acquaintance spreads rumors about you or criticizes you behind your back. While feeling hurt or angered is natural, it's more constructive to rise above the negativity. Understand that their words are rooted in their dissatisfaction, not in any truth about you. Maintaining your integrity and continuing to act with kindness and honesty can neutralize their attempts to harm your reputation. The best way to counteract jealousy and negativity is to live in a way that reflects your values, regardless of what others might say. In doing so, you preserve your peace and ensure that your actions, not others' words, define who you are. Sign 10. They offer you bad advice. When someone is secretly jealous of you, one of the ways it might manifest is through the advice they give you. Advice that is often misguided or intentionally harmful. Instead of guiding you towards success, they might suggest paths that lead to setbacks, hoping to see you falter. This behavior is a subtle yet powerful way for them to undermine your progress while appearing helpful on the surface. Jealousy can cloud a person's judgment, leading them to offer advice more about satisfying their insecurities than genuinely helping you. They may suggest you pursue a course of action that isn't in your best interest or encourage decisions that could derail your progress while framing their suggestions as supportive. This lousy advice often reflects their fears and desires to see you struggle rather than a thoughtful recommendation. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us to be cautious and discerning when receiving advice, especially from those who may not have our best interests at heart. Know who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly, he said. This means understanding your goals and values and not allowing others to lead you astray. Imagine a situation where a friend or colleague suggests you take on a project that doesn't align with your strengths or urges you to abandon a promising opportunity. Their advice might be cloaked in concern, but deep down, it's driven by a desire to see you stumble. Instead of unthinkingly following their counsel, take a step back and assess whether their suggestions align with your aspirations. By staying true to your path and making decisions based on your knowledge and intuition, you can avoid the pitfalls of bad advice. Remember, only some people who offer guidance have your best interests in mind. Trust yourself and remain focused on your journey, knowing that your success is best achieved by following your inner compass, not the misguided directions of others. Conclusion. Jealousy is a powerful, often hidden emotion that can silently erode relationships and disrupt your peace of mind. Throughout this discussion, we've explored how to recognize the subtle signs of jealousy. Whether it's someone who takes pleasure in your failures, offers insincere compliments, or gives you bad advice. While sometimes hard to detect, these behaviors stem from deeper insecurities and struggles within the individuals displaying them. However, as we've learned from Stoic philosophy, the key to handling these challenges lies not in reacting with anger or frustration, but in maintaining your inner calm and focusing on what you can control, your thoughts and actions. By understanding that others' jealousy reflects their issues, not your worth, you can rise above negativity and continue to pursue your goals with confidence and peace. Now that you're equipped with the tools to recognize and navigate jealousy, I encourage you to put these lessons into practice in your daily life. Protect your peace, focus on your growth, and let the actions of others pass by without disturbing your inner tranquility. Remember, success and happiness come from within. No one else's opinion can diminish your value unless you allow it. If you found these insights helpful, please like this video and share it with others who might benefit from these teachings. If you still need to subscribe to the channel to stay connected with more content on Stoic living and personal development. Together, let's continue to turn life's challenges into opportunities for growth and live with clarity, strength, and virtue.